So, Sonic Superstars just kind of dropped a while ago, didn't it? Well, the game didn't come out yet, but you get what I mean. Hello everybody! Today is another art challenge video. Everyone seemed to enjoy the last one, so this one's a little bit different. It was the second most voted thing on my poll. Wow, I can't speak. And this is gonna be really different for me, because I don't make classic Sonic OCs. I'm more of a modern person. I like the characters from modern more, the setting, the world. Classic never really appealed to me, especially because I've played the games and I don't like them that much. Sonic 3K overrated. I had to say it. And yeah, this will be very different, so I hope you guys are ready for that. Hey, look who remembered to full screen her footage for the character creating part. That's me. I'll try to do it again if I make another video like this. So, I decided to use this retro Sonic character maker that was on Internet Archive because 1, it'd be fun, 2, I've never used this one before in the past, and 3, I needed some help making a classic Sonic character because it was going to be a difficult decision. Now I had an idea for what kind of animal I wanted to make it. It was a bear at first, but then once I saw the little horns, I thought a goat, because that's a character who doesn't exist in the classic universe yet. Because Bark is a bear that exists, hedgehogs are abundant, Fox is already there with Tails, and I guess his bullies are foxes too, but who gives a shit about them? And I guess Cat is another option that doesn't exist in the classic universe because Honey the Cat is technically not a canon character because it was scrapped. But then she made a reappearance in Sonic the Fighters. I'm not taking a risk with whatever that whole mess is, so I just decided Goat. It's the Goat! Her story is going to completely change during the drawing process, but at the moment, she is going to be a goat that lived in the snowy mountains of Angel Island. So, I don't remember the name of that. Ice Cap Zone! I imagined she lived in Ice Cap Zone when I was creating her, so I decided to give her things like snow weather boots that were still girly and cute, and decided to make her have the girl appeal because there's only one technically classic character who's a girl, which is Amy, and who still exists in the canon. Like, Honey and Tiara are both lost characters. Honey's in the comics, Tiara is just scrapped, but let's bring in another girl. That's all I need to really say about this section. Let's move on to the drawing process. So, making her. This was probably the hardest, if not one of the hardest characters I've had to make for one of these challenge videos. Because you could tell, well, as you could tell, then I was trying to mimic the character style of the classic Sonic games, with them being more stumpy, round, and fat, more than their lanky modern counterparts, which my entire art style is pretty much based off of. Yeah, I started drawing Sonic characters a long time ago, focusing and practicing with the modern Sonic characters, so doing a classic Sonic character in a classic Sonic style was going to be really hard. I also was attempting hands. I think they could have looked a lot better at the end result, but I'm trying my best. I'm not very good with hands. Anyways, I wanted this character to not look like Amy, kind of like the complete opposite, because from the character creator, I wanted her to look more serious, but then I thought, that's kind of just like Knuckles' job in the classic series, so let's make her a bit more like Sonic, make her a bit of a tomboy, bit rowdy, especially because she's a goat. Goats are known to be rowdy and playful, so let's make her look like that. Make her look like kind of a troublemaker, but not as much of a troublemaker as Fang or Bean, for good examples. As I drew her, then I started to think about all the classic female Sonic characters that exist. You know, the 3 of them, 2 of them being hardly canon, and I thought, why don't I do something similar to Tiara Grubowski with her character, to make her a bit more interesting to me specifically. So this might seem like a stupid idea to you guys, but honestly, I don't care. These videos I make for enjoyment purposes, and I have fun making these characters my own way. So I thought, let's do what Tiara Grubowski did, but a little bit more interesting because of a canon thing. So I decided to make up that she's a lost character being scrapped because Sonic did not need, quote, another love interest, even though her character was never written like that at all. But hey, it was the 90s. I feel like for the time, I wasn't there. Stupid. I wasn't born in the 90s, but I feel like a lot of female characters in the 90s were just made to either be love interests or villains. No in between. Zero. That might be more of a 60s thing, but don't at me on that. But that was Amy's purpose. And then Honey was there just because, and then Tiara was going to be, guess what? Another love interest for Sonic. So I decided to make up that her character was gonna be more tomboyish and rowdy, and not like the other girls in the series. I know, you can cringe all you want, I don't care. I think it's fun. And I decided to give her a dress, just like Amy, but she still has that tomboy attitude. Just kinda like Fleetway Amy, I think. But, I decided to give her a little broken tooth, all sorts of things to show that she's rowdy and not very stand-by-ish. She's very adventurous. I also made up a bit of a story for her, that she was going to be used in a Sonic game that was canceled, kind of like Tiara, and she was going to live in a snowy climate and protect over the environment. But the game got scrapped when the Sega Saturn flopped and Sonic X-treme did not get a sequel. So they put her character into storage until Sonic Superstars, where she's gonna make her debut appearance in and be part of the canon thus forward. If I were to ever make a series or artwork of the classic Sonic characters with her, then she'd be in the Sonic Superstars timeline. But honestly, I don't see myself drawing the classic Sonic characters unless it's for like anniversary art. And I don't know if I'm ever going to make another classic Sonic OC ever again, because I'm very, very mixed on how this girl looked. Now, the last thing is her name. All the classic Sonic characters have pun names. I love making pun names on my normal characters, but this one I just had to do a pun. It was golden opportunity. I couldn't pass it up. And I thought Headbutt, because Knuckles is named Knuckles because he has knuckles. Tails is named Tails because he has two tails. Sonic is named Sonic because he runs fast, etc., etc. Headbutt could be named Headbutt because she's a goat with her little horns, and she could probably headbutt things with a gameplay mechanic, if that were to ever happen. So, yeah, this is what she looks like. I know she doesn't look like the best character ever. I think she's the worstly drawn out of the ones that I've made for these challenge videos, but I was trying something completely new and out of my comfort zone, and I'm proud of myself for just doing that, the bare minimum at least. So, yeah, this is what she looks like. I decided to give a little retro filter over her drawing in Fire Alpaca, which kind of ruins the color scheme aspect at the bottom of the drawing, but whatever. I think it looks cool and makes her stand out a lot more, looking like she's stuck in a TV screen. I know Edge kind of has that same thing going on, but this is completely different. She's a lost video game character, not a demon who is stuck inside a TV. And yeah, this is what she looks like. Hi everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's not as long as my usual videos, but I had a lot of fun making Headbutt even though she's completely out of my comfort zone. I promise that the next Challenge OC video will probably have the character look a lot better than Headbutt does. Or if I draw her again, she will look a lot better in her artwork, but I just feel very mixed about her character. I love the design concept and everything, but I feel like I could have done better with the pose, like the hands. I can't get my eyes off of them. They look so terrible to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me your ideas for Sonic OCs in the comments. I say this every single time, but I would love to hear your opinion and see what kind of ideas you guys come up with. Now, I've gotta go work on some more videos and artwork for Art Fight and stuff. See you guys around!